In this video, we're going to look at relationships between the complementary angles in trigonometry. But first, let's understand what is a complementary angle. So assume you have a right angle triangle and this angle is theta, and this angle would be 90 minus theta, because sum of all the angles should be 180 degrees. We say that theta and 90 minus theta are complementary. So we can give some concrete examples: 30 and 60, right? And 52 and 38. You will see that this is 90 minus 52. So if you add them up, in other words, if you add both these angles, they should give you 90 degrees. So if you add both these, you get 90 degrees. So you can come up with maybe many more examples and so on. So all of these are complementary angles. So what do we mean by relationship between the complementary angles? So to understand this, let's try to write down what will be the cos theta from the perspective of this angle. So let me color code this as blue, and try to find out what will be from perspective of that angle: cos theta, sin theta, and tan theta. So let's find out each one of them. Now from cos theta from this point of view, this is perpendicular, this is base, and this is hypotenuse. So cos theta is base by hypotenuse, which is BC divided by AB. Sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, which is AC by AB. And tan theta is perpendicular by base, which is AC by BC. Now let's look at it from the perspective of angle A. So your cos of 90 minus theta, or let me change the color over here. Let me change the color to let's say orange. From this angle A perspective, perpendicular is this, base is this, and hypotenuse remains the same. So let's find out what is cos of 90 minus theta. Is base by hypotenuse, which is AC by AB. Sine of 90 minus theta. Can you please pause the video here and try to write down what would be sine of 90 minus theta and tan of 90 minus theta. So pause the video here. Alright, so sine of this angle A, which is 90 minus theta, would be perpendicular by hypotenuse, which is BC by AB. And tan would be perpendicular by base, which is BC by AC. Now I would like you to look at the left hand side and the right hand side. So this is your right hand side from with respect to angle A, and this is your left hand side, and see if there is any relationship that you can left hand side is with respect to angle B, right hand side is with respect to angle A. So please do a comparison and see if you can find any relationships. So pause the video and try here. Yes, you see that this and this are same. Let me use yellow color here because it's neutral. So this and this are same, and you're seeing that this and this are same, in terms of ratio, because this is AC by AB and this is also AC by AB, right? And And here we see that, you know, this is inverse. So here we see that this relationship is 1 by. So if you look at it, right, this is an inverse relationship. So in short, we can write our relationship, which is cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. Sine theta is, you know, which is cos 90 minus theta. And we can write tan of 90 minus theta would be equal to 1 by tan theta, because we can see that this and this are inverse, which is nothing but cot theta. So this is our relationship that we have established between the cos and sine and tan. Now, as a corollary, we can infer the following. We can inverse all this. We can reciprocate each one of them, and we can say that, look, 1 by cos theta is equal to 1 by sine 90 minus theta, or secant theta equal to, or let me write it the other way, you know, 1 by sine of 90 minus theta is equal to 1 by cos theta, or in other words, we can write cosecant, this implies cosecant 90 minus theta equal to secant theta. So this is the first, and similarly we can write the other relationship. You know, we can inverse this, inverse both. If you inverse cos, you get secant 90 minus theta is equal to 1 by sine theta would be cosecant theta. And similarly, we can inverse tan of 90 minus theta, which is cot of 90 minus theta would be equal to 1 by cot theta, which is tan theta. So that is you can say this is more like a corollary of your main relationship, but you can also establish these relationships through the ratios. So let's wind up. Before we wind up this video, let us see what it means. So if I were to ask you, you know, sine of 23 is equal to 0.39, find cos of 67. Now we know that this and this are complementary angle, and if this is theta, we know that sine theta is equal to cos of 90 minus theta. So we know that sine of 23 should be equal to cos of 90 minus 23, which is cos 67. So we straight away know that this is 0.39. So the way to look at patterns is to see if both these angles add up to 90 degrees, and then you immediately know that they are complementary angles. So here are some checkpoint questions. So here are the 2 checkpoint questions. Please try to do this and try to update your answer in the comments. In the next video, we will do some problems taking these relationships into consideration. See you until the next one. Ciao.